I still look the same as I did when I was 16 years old.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
So, listen.
Must be nice. And
Why don't you just tell us about that, Z?
congratulations on this movie. You've made the sexiest tennis movie of all time. I mean, to be fair, the list is kind of short, but the bar is now very, very high. Athletes often look at game tape before they go up against somebody. Is there anything comparable for actors? Like before Josh and Mike, like do you look at Zendaya's work? I mean, you've obviously seen her work before, but prior to doing this, did you look at it to say, okay, this is what I'm going up against? It's not a competition, but...
Honestly, I actually, I had never seen either Josh or Z's work before working with them.
Brilliant.
So to answer your question, no.
And he hasn't seen it still.
Yeah, since.
But they're great.
Well, you know from experience now. You don't need to see the work. You know.
Yeah.
I had seen Z's work and I'd seen Mike's work, but I didn't like rewatch just before, just to like.
You don't have Greatest Showman on a loop in the trailer.
No.
But there are like movies that you watch. Like I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm getting ready for a project, I'll like kind of see, is there something comparable, or is there like a kind of character that kind of does this thing, and I'll watch. Or, or even like read, there's like research things that go into it in that regard when you're doing that. But,
but not our work specifically.
Sorry.
Our work is no use to
I
Mike.
love you guys.
Okay,
Mike is like, I am so not interested in your work. Sorry, I'll work with you to the end of time, but I do not have any
I don't want to see anything you're in.
I said before, look, this is a sexy movie, and I'm just curious, like people are citing that a lot, but they're also citing that it's not necessarily a movie filled with sex scenes. In fact, there are no actual sex scenes in the film. I'm curious, from your perspective, what does make a movie sexy?
Tennis. It's horny.
From here on out, tennis.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be fair, Luca has a really great sensibility with this. I think he understands how to ride that line and give the audience just enough. But also, I think the way the script was written by Justin, who's amazing and so talented. Your stomach wanted to add something. Is that that there's so many kind of metaphors, I think, within this, and I think tennis we kind of joke that tennis is the sex, but like tennis acts as this metaphor, and it keeps the tension throughout these characters and this sense of yearning and desire between them also gets put into the world of tennis for them, and all the things that maybe they can't express or say or do in real life kind of comes out in their work in ways that are healthy and unhealthy, toxic and not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think, credit to the script and like I said, to our incredible filmmaker who I think just has a real sensibility for humanness, and knows how to portray desire and loss and grief and love and hate and all these, very human feelings while also making it feel sexy. I mean, to be fair, I don't know. He just gets it.
You're a producer on this. When you read in the script or when you deliver a line like, I'm taking such good care of my little white boys, do you realize as a producer, like, oh, that's a trailer moment?
I'm taking such good care of my little white boys.
I don't know. I think I definitely remember the line when I read it, and I was like, I think I want to play this character,
I want to say that.
Yeah, right. I want to say these lines. No, but I mean, to Justin's credit, the script was brilliant, and there were so many moments in it. I think for me, the difficulty became not playing her entirely cruel, because I think she does say things that are very blunt and honest, and can feel very cold. And so it was like, how do we walk this line of delivering these very, aggressive lines, right? In a way that can still be humorous or human or sometimes saying things. I think she says things that are very harsh, but sometimes says them very softly and kindly almost. So we had a lot of fun, I think, in the rehearsal process, kind of experimenting with like how to say certain things, you know, because I didn't just want her to be like one-dimensional in that way.
Well, mission accomplished, don't worry. I know you guys have talked a lot about the training and you sell it. I bought it. You guys are pro tennis players. You're amazing. Did you have like playlists that helped you kind of get in the mood? Like, did you listen to certain music that helped you in the training process?
When we actually trained like in the gym, we would just like put on
Yeah,
over the
we
speakers
would,
just to
like-
have stuff to like work out to.
Darnell was
Darnell
our
was
DJ.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Darnell was our DJ. Yeah.
I have a playlist still on my Spotify which is entitled Boston Marathon, and I think it's because I think but Boston was obvious. We were shooting in Boston. Sure. But also, I had this. Mike and I went to watch the Boston Marathon when we were there, and it inspired me. And I was like, I'm going to do the London Marathon.
And he did.
Oh, wow.
I did do it. In
That's
the
what
end.
inspired you to do
Yeah,
it.
but
That's
it
sick.
kind of came from like this playlist of, and I'll have a playlist for most projects, but it was a playlist for challenges
Right.
that was full of like appropriately motivational music for sport, and that kind of ended up merging into my London Marathon playlist.
Can you give me any examples?
My poor stomach
Yeah,
is
you,
like
like-
going crazy, so I'm so sorry for that. Some examples.
You have any examples?
Yeah. I had this Nick Cave song, which is actually totally inappropriate for sport, but it was like very inspirational, and I'm trying to remember the title of it. I had, what else did I have? I had some Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
In there.
Fun.
I had loads. It's a very long playlist, but I can only think of 2 songs.
Under the heat lamp, yeah.
I wish we had the soundtrack then.
Yeah.
Like I
it's
wish
so
I
good.
could have heard this like you know, I wish I could have had that because I really really enjoy what they've done with